Hey everybody, just checking in with you for your first week, midweek here. Just kind of want to give you a sense of what you should be doing if you haven't already completed a number of these tasks. First and foremost, as I sent out this stuff last week, I had hoped that you have reviewed all of the week zero course files, syllabus, paper expectations, looked at the sample paper, started to think about how to conduct an annotated bibliography, maybe checked into your group, and so forth and so on. Okay, so those things are there for you. They'll stay up, and please utilize them as the next 7 weeks go on. Secondly, as mentioned, I think you should be just saying at least hello to your group members. While you guys won't be working on a paper together, you are working on the same paper, in which case I think that it is a good idea to say hello and establish some sense of, kind of a niceness so that when you do have questions, you have me, but you also have each other. I think it's going to be very helpful to have other people to discuss the paper with. Okay, so now for this week's assignment, you need to start working on the market identification. The worksheet, as I'm sure you have seen, is very guided. So what I would like you to do is just provide short responses. This doesn't need to be multiple pages. I'm expecting around, 1.5 pages, and those can be bullet points. It doesn't need to be extremely well written or anything like that. Just it's supposed to be kind of like a guided mystery to come to a conclusion as to what type of market structure your three firms exist in. If you do notice, you may think that the industry itself has multiple market structures. That could be something you want to note. Are there other types of firms that exist in that industry that provide the same services, just maybe don't have the same market share? Something that you're actually going to want to talk about in your paper. But in general, what you're trying to do is establish what market structure you believe these three firms are, particularly in what will be called a strategic group. Okay, so also with respect to references, it is good to utilize the firm's website, but something that I will mention to you in the coming weeks is that firms will only provide information that they believe is worthwhile to their shareholders or to the public on their websites. They're always going to put themselves in the best light. They're always going to say the best things about themselves. And that can sometimes be misleading to what actually is the situation that they might actually be in. So in which case, I'd like you to be using outside sources, as many as you can find, really throughout the rest of the paper. You really don't want to see a lot of, Marriott or Walmart or Pizza Hut website as your main source of information. That's not going to cut it. Okay, your next task after making that claim is to submit the assignment. And so you can find that in your assignments page. It's also in week one module that you can find the assignment submission site there too. Then your next task is to submit those references to the discussion board, and you will receive a couple of points for that. I'm pretty sure. I know that the first task didn't have any points. It wasn't necessarily a true annotated bibliography. That begins next week, but required for completion. Last thing, okay, so this is just kind of something to go for the rest of the 7 weeks. Pace yourself. Don't wait. Get it done each week. And I can tell you that I know that this is a doable project and one that won't destroy you as the weeks go on. Now, lastly, don't wait to ask questions. If you're confused, make sure you ask. Make sure you email. Make sure you take action to always kind of follow up and say, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's expected. Email me whenever. I will get back to you. Okay, that being said, keep an eye out for any emails that I post, announcements that I post, and you can basically just kind of finish up week one material and then starting Sunday, start taking a look at week two. All right, talk to you soon.